January 23rd, 2009, at the brand new Boulevard Heights Recreation Center in Hollywood, Florida. The dawning of a new era for D1PW. But for something to begin, something else must come to an end. And on January 23rd, what comes to an end will be the career of Maximum Capacity. You see, you've signed on for a dog collar match. Both men having their leather straps chained around their neck, attaching them to a 15-foot steel chain. As you're going to take on the very same man that last week on television we saw choke you out. I'm talking about the 6'10", 320-pound giant, Lou Cypher. You see, Max, maybe for you the steel chain is just a weapon, just an opportunity for revenge. But for Lou Cypher, that chain is much more. He carries that chain with him every day of his life. He knows every way there is to hurt a man with that chain. That chain symbolizes his existence, his purpose for being on this earth. That chain symbolizes things you couldn't even begin to understand. So on January 23rd, Maximum Capacity, you are entering into the most dangerous match of your life. I don't think you even comprehend what you've done by signing for this match. But on January 23rd, you and every single person out there watching at home, you're going to find out exactly what the steel chain means to Lou Cypher.
Welcome to D1PW and Happy New Year, the first broadcast of 2009. Bobby Rogers being joined here with Maximum Capacity. Max, welcome.
Hello, Bobby. Hello, D1PW fans. Happy New Year.
And we've got starting things off the new year with the former D1PW Tag Team Champions, the Lifeguards, here at the Fred Littman Community Center in Hollywood, Florida. Lifeguards, of course, former D1PW Tag Team Champions, going to have a hard time working their way back up the ladder towards contention. A lot of top tag teams here in D1PW, Max.
Yeah, Lifeguards have been on top for a while now. They ran into an unfortunate mismatch probably last time when they lost their match. But they're working their way back, and if everybody can do it, they can definitely get back on top.
Okay, well, I don't really want to say they're going to have their hands full today, because actually their opponents are going to have their hands full today. We've got the Photogenics, newcomers here to D1PW, making their D1PW debut right here today. The Photogenics, Dominic Vega, and Romano Exchange. Don't really know much about them, Max.
Yeah, well, they're new, D1PW. All the best talent wants to be in D1PW for sure. And the best place to start is on the bottom, work your way up, and eventually to become champs of D1PW. That's the way to go.
All right, ring announcers just announced the Photogenics. We should be getting our very first look at them here in D1PW in just a matter of moments. There they are, the Photogenics. Dominic Vega, Romano Exchange. They're definitely going to have their hands full here today with the Lifeguards. It doesn't take much to really win the fans over when the Lifeguards are your opponents, next.
Yeah, for some reason the fans don't take the Lifeguards too much, but they're in the ring. Those guys are as good as they get.
Well, I'll give them that, but that's no surprise. I mean, really, would you want these two guys looking after your family on the beach or swimming in a community pool?
Well, they are Lifeguards. They're trained. They got I see their certification, so they apparently know what they're doing.
I'll have to take your word for that, Max. I don't really know where they were certified at, but they're certifiable tag team champion, former tag team champions here in D1PW, that's for sure. All right, referee making his last minute instructions.
And that would be Pez.
Who are we going to have starting off here? And that's the bell. We're underway with our very first match on our very first broadcast in 2009 for D1PW. Expect very big things from this company in this coming year, Max.
And that's Darren Smite, the Lifeguard, starting it off.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you, Max. I'm not really sure. I know the Lifeguards, but I'm not really sure which one is Dominic Vega and which one is Romano Exchange.
Well, they got youth on their side, that's for sure.
Oh, not even a collar and elbow lockup. Just takes him right down with a forearm, Max.
Yeah, Lifeguards, they like to, I don't want to say play dirty, but they don't like to follow the rules. How about that?
Well, I mean, really, let's give credit where credit is due. He scoops him up here. Nice textbook body slam. There are no rules in locking up.
Especially when you miss the elbow. Ooh, nice hip toss.
Nice arm drag, Max. You don't see many of those anymore these days.
That's something I don't do at all.
All right. Tags made. Double whip. Nice double hip lock following through. One of the members of the Photogenics following through. It's going for early cover. There's no way. Even hooking the leg, you're not going to get the Lifeguards that easy.
It's going to take a little more beating down to get those guys. 1, 2, 3.
Lifeguards making the tag. Arm drag. You know, the Photogenics, you got to give it to them. They've got control early on. I'm sure the Lifeguards were not expecting this.
I think they underestimated their opponents. These guys are green, and the Lifeguards are veterans. I think they underestimate them.
There's one thing you can't do. Well, kind of missed the kick to the head. Now the referee's got to get in there. I don't believe the legal man's in the ring. Oh, Lifeguards took care of that. And like I was saying earlier, Max, you can never underestimate anyone, whether it's a newcomer or a 60-year-old veteran. You can't underestimate anyone in this sport.
It won't take the Lifeguards long to realize that and be on top of their game again.
Yeah, you saw a second ago a nice clothesline, almost took his head off from the apron. You have to be aware of where you are in that ring at all times.
This is where the Lifeguards excel, because they've been tagging together for a long, long time, and these two Photogenics are pretty new.
Nice shot to the midsection, kick to the side of the head. And Lifeguards outspoken, telling the crowd what they think. Not even going for a cover, just choking his opponent there on the mat.
Sometimes you got to do what you have to do.
All right, setting up on the ropes and going right back to their chokehold. At least they're consistent. Consistent in breaking the rules and choking their opponents where they're consistent in.
Well, actually, they do have a 5 count.
That's true, but it's there as a guideline. You're not supposed to actually take advantage of that and choke the guy and break the hold and choke the guy.
I actually think Ref Pez has got a little more he can handle with the Lifeguards here.
Absolutely, without question. Nice move, Russian leg sweep from a clothesline off the top rope. That could have been it. Anyone else making their debut, that might have been it. Photogenics are really hanging in there, though.
He made a mistake, though, of not hooking the leg.
Perhaps a little arrogance on the part of the Lifeguards. Sends him into the corner. Nobody home, he misses. Ducks the clothesline this time. Drop kick. And there's the tag. Tag's made. Clothesline. Clothesline again. Nice drop kick. Another drop kick. Scoops him up and slams him down. The Photogenics, actually one half of the Photogenics, really taking it to the Lifeguards right now, Max.
Yeah, I think the Lifeguards are looking ahead right now, and that could be a big mistake.
Max, we were on the verge of seeing an upset, but Lifeguards stopped that real quick with a short clothesline. Knee to the side of the head. Not giving the man even a second to breathe. That's going to be it, Max. 1, 2, yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's a nice victory by the Lifeguards, working their way back up the top.
Victory by the Lifeguards. First victory here in 2009 for D1PW. Lifeguards on their way back. Victorious here today at the Fred Lippman Community Center on the comeback trail to the D1PW.
Yeah, the Photogenics look good. In their debut, they look good. They put up a good fight, but Lifeguards are too experienced for them.
And you hear the Lifeguards making their comments there. They're on their way back to the road to the Tag Team Championships in D1PW. Another impressive win for the Lifeguards. There you go. Lifeguards victorious here in D1PW. Stay tuned for more exciting action from Division 1 Pro Wrestling.
Just making my rounds, you see.
Yes, not this one.
Another WWE legend bites the dust. Savio Vega, or just another victim. Just another victim of me. Greatest free agent alive. The marquee, Bruce Santee.
Where, Jody? Oh, okay, yeah.
Because when